Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Raul.
And it's Mike.
And welcome back to the AO podcast. And this is episode 47.
Yes.
Now, before we get into it, as always, make sure you follow us on everything. Links is always down in the description. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcast or Spotify, make sure you follow the podcast.
Listen to us in your car.
And so, or in your fucking Tesla, so
and
that they can watch
or
this.
on your JBL speaker in your car. That's like that speakers are broken.
That Inception shit that Eric did to me still trips me out. Like I was
when you're high as fucking woke up
watching myself on the fucking
you're like
Tesla.
with like 4 podcasts and dreams in.
But
good start, y'all. Good start.
But so
what
what
are we going to talk about?
Well, the one thing that I want to kick it off is something that I literally just mentioned. I think on the last episode. But
banger episode, by the way.
Yeah,
I was too.
So for those
up.
of you who haven't seen that last episode, we actually drank and smoked, and we haven't drank in a while. I think you even pointed out. I don't think we've drank since we did the No Sriracha
and that
review.
Was before the end of last year.
Yeah, so we haven't drank since technically this is our first time drinking on the podcast this year.
We could be wrong though, but don't check.
But like. That was really fun, but the thing that made that episode the most fun is that we both came in with like, what the fuck are we going to talk about this week?
Yeah.
Because prior to last episode, it was kind of like set up like certain shit happened, or we just had an idea of what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
So it was fairly easy to like put together like the other episodes. But this one, we literally came in like, we don't have anything to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
And
it became our longest episode, I think.
Lo and behold, we spent over an hour fucking talking about SpongeBob.
And wrestling and skinny Lennies and immigrants. The immigrant one still like is the most off guard I got in an episode. That's really
probably
funny.
one of my favorite
and that's what
that I get on the podcast.
And that's what
so
this
far.
podcast is about. How much we like doing the podcast. But we're gonna talk about other things like disses and beefs and hip-hop.
We'll get into it because you guys see the title. Like, so we got some more rap beef coming. But the one thing that I did want to talk about, because we finally got we actually finally got something official. So if you guys didn't see the last episode, I talked about how I am a huge fan of the King of the Hill show.
Oh yeah, good timing.
Yeah, and so I was talking about how basically I was giving my opinions on how excited I am about the upcoming revival that will be coming out on Hulu. Now it's funny, just real quick, like the way my journey was with King of the Hill is when I was a kid, I absolutely fucking hated that show. But then as I got older, I started to actually really appreciate the humor of that show. And now it's actually become legit one of my favorite like animated shows of all time.
Yeah, and now we got an official image of the reboot.
Now we got an official like picture of what the reboot is going to be looking like, and it's some crazy shit. Like you have fucking Dale like wearing a VR headset and smoking a fucking vape, and you have
that is so Dale. Like it really feels like okay, these are just the same characters, but within what no matter what time the show comes out, it's going to be the same characters all the way through.
The thing that I find funny is...
Which in this context is really good.
Literally the only thing different is that Hank is wearing a different colored shirt. But that's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
But I just can't wait because...
and the show hasn't been on since like 2007, right?
I think 2009.
2009, okay. So like it lasted for a long time, but we also haven't seen it in like a good like 15, 16 years. So like seeing it in 2025 animation style, like it's like,
and it's gonna be interesting too.
It's like crazy to see.
From what I've heard from interviews that I've heard with the cast, apparently like they weren't really ready to be done with the original run. Like they had like I think they had a whole other season fucking like ready to go, but like Fox was just kind of like nah.
He's like, we're tired. He's like, we're tired.
So I'm really fucking excited because the way that the comedy works in that show versus like a South Park or like a Family Guy, they take situations that are happening in current day, and they find ways to like approach it in a realistic type of fashion. And so that's the thing that I'm most excited for with this reboot is just to see how they handle topics of today, because obviously back then you can see like you can obviously tell like some of the stuff that they were referencing back then, but if you weren't really alive during that time, then you wouldn't really get the references. So it's going to be interesting now watching the show where you like actually understand all the references.
It uses these characters to like similar to South Park. Even it's like it uses these characters to talk about the times they're in, basically. And like since Hank is like just like an older Texan male, grew up in a different era in the and in the 90s, that people thought that was progressive and like maybe like hard to come by, but like now it's like it feels like people are like, man, the 90s were the edgy era.
That's like, the one thing that I wanted to say is that
everyone says that
going back and like seeing rewatching, because I've stated that like literally like this, I'm not lying when I say this is one of my favorite shows. Like I've watched all these episodes like probably 100 times over now. And honestly, because this show came out like in the late 90s.
Yes. 97 to be exact.
Yeah. And it's fucking crazy because you see some of the issues that they were addressing back then. Like they addressed like the LGBT community by like having characters who were gay or having like drag queens featured on it. And so I think it was really cool because like I said, it's a show that deals with a conservative Republican family from Texas. But I really liked the way that Mike Judge and the writers approach how Hank specifically like deals with these issues, because I mean it's like I feel like it's the best representation of that kind of person, because like I said, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, like even though he might not understand or agree with certain like things that are brought up on the show, he finds a way to like have a medium.
They still make him likable despite all that, which is like, nowadays is actually kind of like crazy to see, because like I feel like I don't think no side, right and left, I feel like there's just a lot of people who refuse to be likable in order to grow, and it shows like no, you could even be this type of dude, but you could still like him a lot, So it's just like it's just. Things always progress more and more, and like people in this progressive era are probably going to face something that they never thought they will have to face before in like 15, 20 years. Like, so it always happens.
I fucking love my favorite aspect of Hank is the way
so
that
Hank Hill's perfect now.
The way that he fucking like how uncomfortable he is like around like anything sexual. That shit's fucking like that's one of the funniest parts of the show.
I need to go back and rewatch it. I don't rewatch it as.
Yeah, you should. Dude. It's a fucking great show.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it.
I just wanted to point that out because we did get a new image that shows us like what the characters will look like for the revival.
It looks actually like pretty clean. It looks pretty good. Like even the poster, I'm like, okay, it was like this. This feels all right. This feels good. I can't wait to see.
Yes, I have a lot of
faith. Hank Hill in 2025.
Yeah, I
kind of want to see that.
I have a lot of faith, and I really hope that Mike Judge and the writers do like the show. Also,
as soon as I saw Dale in the VR, I'm like, okay, with the vape, I'm like, okay, we're good.
You know what's funny?
We're fine.
So my sister knows how much I love the show, right? And so I remember I showed her the picture of the poster, and she's like, Dale would fucking vape.
I know. He's like, it's the perfect alternative for people for cigarettes, but it still could fucking murder you. It will destroy your insides, especially when vape first came on. Oh no, be careful, guys.
No, yeah, trust me. I can speak from experience from that one.
Be careful, y'all. Be careful.
So no, yeah, super excited. It hasn't been given an official release date yet. But they do say that it will come out this summer. So if I had to guess, I think they'll either shoot for July or August.
Yeah. Because first of all, I didn't realize June was like next month. I'm like, oh wow,
so it's probably gonna be July or August.
We're about to be halfway in the year, which is crazy. Crazy year.
Yeah, but I'm super fucking excited. I just can't wait because, like I said, I just hold the original series very fondly, and it's very dear to me. So I can't wait to see.
And Mike Judge still has it. That Beavis and Butthead movie was really
like,
really funny.
He did a few years back. He brought back a season I was gonna say Season and Butthead.
Season of the Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead the second time he actually brought the show back, because he originally brought it back for the first time
in 2011.
Yeah, I think. Like 2011.
I watched. Me and my parents watched the where they get bit by the homeless dude.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite fucking episodes.
One of the funniest shits
fucking Beavis, when they're in the theater, and he's like, "I will fight for you," and he's like, "Can I have some of your popcorn?" That shit was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, no, in that episode, they're in the hospital by the end. They're like, score. that was a really.
So I have a lot of
episode,
faith in my judge. So I can't wait to see what they do with the show. Hopefully, they knock it out of the park. But
crazy because I'm on Twitter a lot, sadly. But like, I mean, my algorithm is so different from that. I have not heard of this at all. You know which
algorithm is crazy for me? I think mainly because I don't use it that much. My fucking TikTok algorithm, because like it'll literally be, I'll go on there and like
it's just the most popular shit.
No, like for my feed, my feed is fucking. You're like you'll like when you open it up, it'll like the first thing you'll probably see is like a police body cam, video. And then
you do be watching those police body cam videos a lot. And then when you fucking
swipe up, it'll just be like a fucking random ASMR video. So that's
crazy.
That's literally my
fucking cop video and ASMR.
Cop videos and ASMR videos on my fucking
Please
TikTok.
Change that algorithm for the love of God.
But I don't fucking use TikTok, so that's why
so change it and then don't use it again.
No, but
that's such a weird algorithm.
Yeah, it's like show me your fucking hands, and it's like some fucking chick tapping on a spoon.
It's like on a bowl, it's just like all the fingernails. It's like the long fingernails too. So
you know what's gross though? I can't stand eating ASMR.
Yeah, no, people will listen to anything.
That's just fucking. That's the one. That's like the one anything. Type of ASMR that I can't get into is people eating.
You know, it's fucking. And not to mention, like, I'm not even gonna go into that. That shit is crazy. But like algorithms.
Yeah, algorithms. But speaking of
what
like
a terrible translation.
Damn, you fucked up the translation to the transition.
I know, that's crazy. But fuck that.
But
this rap beef, though.
So, yeah, that's the thing. You guys see the fucking title, man.
Let's talk about something more entertaining and not fucked up and sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to bring the mood down.
I know. You could have let me know. I didn't know about this.
So Mike didn't know, so that was a surprise for both of y'all.
Yeah, just like drop some sad shit out of nowhere and be like, all right, Joey Badass.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't kept up with this, I believe, so what had happened is Joey Badass first released The Ruler's Back, which was the initial shot, which I believe he released, like, I want to say, like, I can't remember if it was before or after Kendrick dropped GNX.
It was like beginning of the year.
Yeah, I think. Anyways, he drops The Ruler's Back, and in that track, he was taking a lot of subtle shots at the West Coast, but then he made it clear that it was going at the West Coast, like towards the end of that track when he said something along the lines of a lot of West Coast, like
dick licking, dick sucking,
so it was
dick fondling.
Shut up.
You know, and then
it was a lot of that. So that was obviously a direct shot at the whole. Like, now here's the thing that I found interesting is the fact that Joey decided to like go at the entire West Coast versus just one person. So then, shortly after that, we had a response from now, real quick, I do want to point out that we're not really going to talk about the Daylight responses like that because as of right now,
I haven't heard them.
I did. I've heard both of them, and like while they are like pretty lyrically dope, it was a lot of subtle shots, so there wasn't really any directness coming from that. So that's like one of the main reasons why I don't really want to bring it up. But who knows? Because just judging on something that I'll speak about in a minute, Daylight might actually respond with like a full actually like direct diss.
And he's a battle rapper, so he's gonna fucking go on and like make a 6-7 minute type shit.
So then after the Ruler's Back comes out, we have Daylight drop his response, but then we had fucking Rayvon of TDE drop a response called Crash Out Heritage. Now in this,
over the Heart Part 6 beat, Kendrick's Heart Part 6, and so an automatic W on that part.
Yeah, really so he uses the Heart Part 6 beat, and he goes in. The thing that I will say that I can appreciate Ray Vaughn on is the fact that he was like 100% direct. Like there was no shuttle shot or
shuttle's hot.
Yes, there was no subtle shots taken.
Missiles right there. He's like boom, boom, boom.
So like that's the one thing that I immediately or automatically liked over Ray Vaughn's response versus Daylight's. So then we had another track that Joey released called "Pardon Me," which while again
really fucking dope.
Yeah, kind of like the same sentiment that I had with the Daylight thing. Like really fucking lyrically dope track. But the shots were like still again pretty subtle. He didn't mention like Ray Vaughn by name.
But those bars be hitting though. I will subtle shots, which you can't demerit that. But like some of those bars were fucking amazing.
No, I'm not denying the bars are dope.
Yeah, but you're right about that. It's just like if there wasn't like as much hard hitting shit as people would have expected then.
And so, but here's the interesting part. So that was originally that's where the beef had kind of stopped. Joey had released he released a "Pardon Me" track, and then I didn't hear. I
it's been like a couple months.
a few months, and I hadn't heard shit, so I just kind of figured that it was like something that just kind of came and went.
Yeah.
But then we had fucking
the Red Bull Cypher with
Red Bull
Big
Cypher,
Sean,
Big
Absol, and Joey Badass.
Yeah, and
can we talk about that for a bit? Like that Cypher alone?
Yeah.
Like, because I really like that. I like that Cypher a lot because I think Big Sean, someone who I've made fun of a lot, was really fucking dope in that track, and I didn't feel like it was like a control thing either. People are like, oh, Joey Badass stood out with the rest, like we're still good but not like Joey Badass. But like I was like, I don't know, Big Sean, like for someone who I hated for years, that was a fucking really like amazing like cypher verse. Like a lot of those bars were hard hitting. He was being a little direct too.
Yeah,
so he was fucking really, he was barring out in that shit. He's like, if you can't find peace, you better have two. That shit. Shout out to Big Sean to that. That shit was really good.
So my honest opinion, I don't think Big Sean is trash by any means.
Yeah. But that verse would like. Let's not talk about Big Sean. All right.
I gotta mention it because I'm not gonna lie.
That verse.
Big Sean is like I'm just gonna say like Big Sean is he hasn't been one of my favorite artists.
No.
So I just
especially in that like. And we were like 11, 12, 13 years old when he blew the fuck up. So like he was making that pop like shit that we should have liked.
I still remember I think the when I first like kind of became really aware of Big Sean is when he dropped the song "I Don't Fuck With You."
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
that's like what really blew him the fuck up. That was like and that came out like one of our later years of high school, so like that was around like everywhere.
Yeah, that's the one. That's like the first track where I remember actually like hearing Big Sean.
Yeah, and I don't think that one's the bad. I think the bad one's like ass, and a lot of his fucking verses and bars were fucking annoying as fuck. But like here, he was fucking really really good.
I'll never get over his fucking
his shots at Ye too.
I'll never get over his fucking I'm all ears. In other words, I'm here for you.
No,
he
like,
did say
do
that.
it like the solar system and plan it out. That's a favorite of mine. Doing tricks with a pussy, call her a magician.
We we did good in college.
We could quote them all day. Yeah. They're stuck in my head forever for the wrong reasons. But like that verse, fucking when he's going at Ye, talking about like then fucking Absol comes in with the ad lib Ye or nay. I'm like, fuck that. And like the camaraderie in that track, even though it was like hardcore bar shit, it was still like it was all love in that shit. And then Absol comes in, who I think a lot of people are gonna bypass because of how Absol raps and but like re-listening to those, I think he's like probably he's tied with my favorite. Like I think he has a lot, like the Superman Lois Lane scheme he had in there was fucking hard. He's like first off, like hold my cap. I'm like, that's crazy too. After giving it to Big Sean as well, that's really fucking funny. Yeah, I think Absol murdered that shit too. Although people will say he was kind of like leaning back a bit. He was like, I'm not but I also think it's like, if you know anything about Ab-Soul, like he's been through a lot, so he kind of just wants to chill for a bit, so it's just like, and he did, and the fact that I saw Ab-Soul and Joey Badass, because I remember the Ravon Joey beef, I just didn't hear the tracks until today, actually. And then the fucking GTA 6 trailer. Hey, it was before the podcast, not during the podcast. But like, I think Ab-Soul did his thing. But then Joey Badass comes in and fucking takes over the whole fucking show.
The one thing that
and then he comes in quoting Kendrick, putting the sensitive rapper back in their pajama clothes.
There's still a lot of sensitive rappers. Yeah. The one thing that I like
that was fucking dope.
So he did, of course, he took shots at Ravon in that one, but also he took shots at Daylight. Now, here's the interesting part about this beef, and kind of the reason why this one, in a way, is a little bit more slightly entertaining to watch than the Kendrick and Drake one play out, for the sole reason that, like, this one isn't personal from what it seems.
It's like, just like bar shit.
Yeah, like this just seems like straight like hip hop competition, which is great to see. Because I think
Kendrick just fucking hated that, man.
I want to say like Ray Vaughn got in an interview and
used rap to destroy him
and clarified that like there's not really any like real problems with Joey, so that's like just good to know. Like keep it all hip hop.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I will say is Daylight might have felt some type of way about those shots that were taken at him in the Red Bull cipher, because according to I think I was watching like a Dead End Hip Hop live stream or something, but they were talking about it and they had mentioned how I guess apparently Daylight posted a picture on his Instagram, and it was I think it was like a post with like no text.
Oh, it was a capital C's, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's fucking like, that's like really fucking like, I'm not gonna say bitch shit, because it's like, I'm not gonna call any of the rappers like a bitch, and also bitch is like, people don't want me saying that word, but like, it's like bitch shit, but like,
yeah, like that's
like, it's like, I was like, damn, like, now, fuck you, now you're being a fucking dick.
Like, I will say, that one, it feels really fucking unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just because when you go back and you hear the shots that he's taking at Daylight, like, it's not on any, like, super personal type of level. So that was just kind of weird.
No, it's just like, now you're just taking things too, a little too personal. But let's see what Daylight, has to say.
That's the one thing, like, just
so if he feels like that, he's gonna say something like, really
just
crazy.
Off that post, like, I have a feeling that Daylight might respond, and if he does, I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be a lot more direct.
Yeah.
But then, even literally just this morning, fucking
as I was waking up, and then fell back asleep.
Reason, who was a former TDE artist, actually dropped his response to Joey, and the reason for that is because
Joey mentioned him.
Yeah, Joey mentioned him
on the finals. We didn't even talk about the whole era track, which is also really, really good. But it was also like, it was good, and especially how good it was when it came out that fast. If it left a lot of things like, Joey. There's a lot of things Joey could have used.
Yeah, and I will say though, the one thing that I think the one main critique that I heard people giving the whole era track was the fucking the fact that it sounded a lot like Kendrick's like
Kendrick inspired, like TV Off, GNX, like Squabble Up, Not Like Us type shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I get that, but it's also like, did you guys see the pop out? Like a lot of the sound has a very distinct like feel and for it. So like it, it sounds like GNX, but it also sounds like West Coast.
Because the reason why I actually kind of agree with those people is
it is like
I actually heard Ray Vaughn's latest album.
Oh yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
So it's not like that sound was super prevalent on there.
Yeah,
so that's why. That's why I feel like it's a little weird, because it would have been one thing if he released an album full of like that specific type of sound, because then you can just be like, well, I mean, that's just fucking Ray Vaughn,
Yeah.
But the fact that he released an album where he only had like maybe 2 or 3 tracks on there that were like that, That does seem kind of weird.
Oh, okay. All right. For sure. That's a valid criticism then. But I do think, it's a certain sound. But I will say it does. I will agree on this. I do think it's like, it focuses on one thing more than the other in a way, especially with how quick it was. But like it was a really, still a really good track.
Oh yeah,
and how quick it was. But then Joey dropped the day later and fucking smoked the shit out of him.
When I fucking first heard
like Rayvon's so fucking dope, but like the finals track, like, that shit fucking goes so fucking
so obviously,
hard.
For those of you who don't know, we're really both from the West Coast. And we're both from Cali, actually, and so I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I know I'll speak for myself, saying that I want as much as I would want to be fucking biased and say that like Rayvon got this. Like when I fucking heard that final shit, bro, like I can't.
It was
can't
like
fucking,
4 bars in. It's like it's Jover. You know?
I can't. I fucking hate that you brought that back around. I really hate that you brought that back around. But
it turns into Joe Biden real quick.
Fucking Joe Biden hops on the track, forgets what the fuck he's doing,
forgets the bars.
But
it's like,
that's he would have done more than what fucking French Montana did on that song. But we'll get into that in a bit.
We will.
But
but that Joey Badass flame.
Yeah, first of all, Joey Badass fucking destroyed on that fucking track.
Yeah, so it's like when he's even like 4 bars in, when he starts off with the dog analogy and never stops.
Yeah, that dog
never stops.
Crazy, dude.
Like he found a foundation and went for it, and then he just put bars and bars in between. When he's like TD East, Death Row, Bad Boys, it's just like. That whole shit too is like really fucking crazy.
The one like that. I guess I'll just like
the Goodfellas line too without the maid man. Oh man, you need to see that shit. By the way,
I do.
And we'll probably review it on the podcast, honestly. But
the one thing that I wanted to point out is, I guess I'll just like say like my favorite bars from the track. One of and the thing that sucks too is like, I mean you like. For those of you who like know Rayvon, because I don't know when like you were put onto Rayvon, but I was put on.
It was when he got on the LA freestyle shit.
Okay, so then we
that was like both, he was like was blow up shit.
Okay, so then we both got onto him like around the same time then, because I also like got put onto him from that. There's a few shots, like for example, he said something about like he said something along the lines of I did more for you than the whole of TDE. Tell Talk we about to start TD East. And here's the thing. The fucking sad part is you can't deny that, like, a lot of people right now know who Rayvon is because of this fucking beef.
Yeah, it did gain him some.
I really hate to say that because I think Rayvon's fucking dope as shit.
He's fucking dope as hell.
But it's kind of true.
And it's like Joey Badass. Like, yeah, sure, he hasn't made music in a bit. He's focused on other things, but like Joey Badass came out the gate with one of the best mixtapes to ever come out in hip hop fucking history with 1999 at 17 years old, like the modern day Illmatic. Like people forget that like he fucking came in out the gate with one of the best things to ever come out of the genre. Like it's like, and he's made some really good albums after that too. I really like the 2017 one, All American Badass. A lot of people don't like that one, but I really enjoyed that one as well. And the sequel to 1999, which I don't know why, 2000, of course. But like I thought that was really good too.
Hey, you know what's fucking crazy? I actually learned something like because of this disc that I was not aware of originally. I had no fucking idea that he was one of the artists that had made a response to Kendrick's Control Verse back in the day.
Yeah, no, and then,
like I was not aware of that.
He's really tapped into the fucking game and has made like a huge impact underground and all that shit. Don't drop the cap. And then so it's just like
like I'm fucking Joey.
Yeah, the fuck. But like I forgot. Yeah, Joey Badass has always been like a fucking the big deal and like a modern day goat.
So then we have that, and then I guess the only other like biggest thing that I would want to point out is that he did make it clear, like, at the end of the track that, like, you know, if Kendrick wants him.
If Kendrick, I'm just like, all right, let's focus on one thing here. All right, let's make sure Ray Vaughn is,
to be
like,
honest, I would say that, but, like, if like, I think people have pointed this out, like, it's, if you really look at it, that's who he really wants to battle.
Yeah. He just used Ray Vaughn as a stepping stone, which is kind of a flex in itself, but, like, also, like, just, like, finish him. Like, geez, like I know this.
He's up right now.
Yeah, he's up. Yeah, and, like, if nothing happens after this, he fucking won.
Like, I fucking hate to say that. Yeah. Because, again, like, we're West Coast all the way, but we gotta be honest when shit's fired.
No, that I'm gonna be replaying that track constantly, and then today because he got mentioned in the track as like he's like you're gonna be the reason to be dropped by TDE or something.
Yeah, no, like you're gonna be the next artist to be dropped off top label, and I'm gonna be the reason.
Yeah, that I'm just like, damn, why you gotta do?
Yeah, like,
what reason, dude?
What's the reason, dude? Reason was just chilling.
He was like, damn.
And you know who like, even though it wasn't as fucked up, you know who like that reminded me of?
What?
Even though it wasn't as of a fucked up shot, it kind of reminded me when like fucking Pusha T just
randomly dropped a 40s name. Yeah, that in that context that was really fucked up. But in that context was funny because Drake was, you know, he deserved that shit.
Oh, the fact that
40 did not deserve that. Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know him. You know.
You didn't see that? You didn't see the interview. Wait, did you ever watch the interview that Pusha T did with Joe Budden?
Yeah, well, like he's the 40 is the one that gave the
so that's why it made that line kind of funny.
That accidentally leaked the information. Yeah, and fucking Drake is so stupid.
That's why it made that
Drake
line
is so stupid, bro. It like
speaking of
Drake
Aubrey,
listen,
speaking of fucking Aubrey, you fucking. I'm not gonna because I want to go in on this fucking Canadian motherfucker so bad.
We don't even. This is
how you fucking respond.
Oh yeah, that too.
To a diss, man. This is how you fucking respond.
Not suing and putting the whole state of because, fucking like, not hip hop music in general at stake because of your fucking pettiness. And like, he doesn't help that he hangs out with these fucking white, boring, shitty, racist, MAGA hatter fucking streamers and support them all the way and shit. But it is funny he's not supporting anything DJ Academic. I think that's fucking hilarious.
That shit's still
that shit is hilarious.
Random as shit. I guess apparently I had heard that like his fans are like randomly like also MAGA supporters now or something.
Yeah, it's because of the Aiden Ross, when he's associating himself with a bunch of these like white ring fucking like male fucking stupid dumbass piece of shit streamers. Like all those white streamers that are like just like so hardcore right. They're like why are he's like, why are people protesting for a better life? Fuck that.
Like, you hear what his fucking bitch ass was like saying about Doechii?
Yeah, I know. We don't have to talk about. I'm just using him as an example. Well, we don't need to talk about because getting him.
Mike, we don't have to talk about him, but we have to call it out.
What do you mean we have to? Who are we?
Bro,
because he's a piece of shit. Why am I gonna call him out?
We're literally talking about hip hop. How can we not at least mention it?
We're mentioning it right now.
Yeah, but you're acting. We don't have to. You're acting like we shouldn't.
Well, I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just like, I don't want to acknowledge fucking him and acknowledging him on either, acknowledging him at the either state. I'm always acknowledging him. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't want to go on a tangent because first of all, we don't have that much time to talk about any of the other shit. More about the time. But I was yeah, fuck it. Since we're fucking here, we'll talk about it. Yeah, he said some dumb shit about Doechii.
I'm not planning on fucking like giving a whole fucking essay about it. I'm just saying it's worth mentioning because that is really fucked up. And he is, unfortunately, somebody that does have an audience.
Not only that, he has an audience. He was a main prospect of like the Trump administration when he was a main source of advertisement towards like a younger generation, which is like really fucking scary to see, like how these platforms really do not give a fuck.
Yeah,
like people are like, oh, it's so progressive now. Going back to that topic, really? Are things really that progressive, or do you just want to regress all the way and pretend it's progressive? Like it's crazy. Like
people
those
motherfuckers need to get the fuck up out of here. Dude.
Yeah, no. Especially then, that's why it makes Drake look awful for like because of all these like like every time someone's like Drake won, it's like one of these fucking stupid white streamers that just invades spaces, like it like colonizer shit, and that's the worst way to go. Like Drake's post beef shit, like is even if you think Drake won because you're fucking. You live in imagination land. Just the fact that he quote unquote won and is now like moving towards like a white ring, fucking more racist, fucking
That's the only thing that popped into my mind when you said that. I fucking love South Park.
Oh my god! Me going to the OVO mansion.
We don't gotta, like I said, we don't gotta get into it. So.
I hope he doesn't fucking.
Because, like,
that's why Drake is a piece of shit.
Fuck all of those streamers.
And, like, the Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn.
Yeah, so as of right now.
I like how we argued for no reason. Yeah. I think that was my fault. My bad.
We were literally saying the same thing.
We were arguing the same points to each other.
But. So, just to kind of wrap up the rap beef talk for right now.
And Reason was actually really dope. That was a really good
Reason
was
track. Dope as shit. And the one thing that I will say, we didn't fucking talk about Reason. So real quick, the Reason, the fucking Reason thing is
we should know how to organize this.
Well, to be fair, we're on a time crunch on this episode.
That is true. We don't have that much time on this camera right now.
So anyways, the one thing that I will point out about some of the shots that Reason took at Joey that are actually kind of valid. I think my favorite is the one where he was like he said something like, Griselda was the one that like held things down for years, but like now like there's like nobody there. And the thing that's like fucked up about that is that it is really true, because the way that you see the battle as of right now, Joey is the only one that's essentially representing the East Coast.
Yeah.
No. So I will come.
My favorite Ray Vaughn bar was like when he said like, "How you let Ice Spice be the king of New York." That one was really fucking funny. I think my favorite
is I told you right before we started recording. I saw a tweet where somebody had said, "Ice Spice, you have 8 hours to respond."
Yeah, no, that shit was really funny. That was a really funny fucking. That was probably my favorite bar in that.
Oh, Ray also Vaughn wait, shit. Fuck! I didn't mention my favorite fucking flip, and rebuttal that Joey had from Ray Vaughn. Was when he said, because in the whole era track, the hook is "Stop acting, get active."
Yeah.
And fucking Joey rebutted that shit.
It sounds like a fucking shitty Nike slogan.
Joey rebutted that shit masterfully when he said, "I'm active and I'm active. I'm active and I'm acting, but that's only something me and Pac would know."
Yeah, no.
That was a fucking
I do think that criticism is like a major flaw within Ray Vaughn's shit. I'm just like, really? You just going to fucking... Like, you don't have... Like, people just do different shit all the time. When they come back, they come back. Yeah, sure, it is his fault. Technically his fault because he went towards that thing. He lost, like, momentum as a rapper. But I don't know. I just felt like that was, like... I don't know. That was like I felt like that was like a bad angle.
No, it was because he was able to rebuttal the fuck out of it.
Yeah, attack an artist for being an artist. Come on, man.
But no, yeah. So we have also Reason like jumping in on it. So like
don't stay in the lane.
As of right now, Reason is the latest person to drop. So this is obviously still going to be an ongoing thing. So we'll update you guys as it goes on. But honestly, I'm happy to see this.
We got really good tracks from really good rappers.
Yeah, as a fan of hip hop ourselves, I feel like, or as fans of hip hop ourselves, I feel like we can agree that this is really fucking dope to see.
It's really fun. It was really fun to see, and shout out to both of these rappers.
It's fun.
Both of them. Yeah. Joey fucking smoked the shit out of Ray Vaughn.
Yeah, and
that's
it's fun
facts.
Because it's not personal.
But like,
it's fun.
It's fucking crazy.
So I will say, there's something I do gotta mention, and the reason. Wait, I forgot if I already brought this up, but the reason why I feel like
I'd love to hear that
Daylight might come back and his response might be way more direct is because he did post that picture. Of,
we did talk about that.
Yeah, okay, so we're
good.
But no, so as of right now, we'll see where things go.
Yeah. Shout out to all these rappers.
Yeah, because all of them are fucking dope.
All these rappers are putting in some really good work right now. Be proud of what you did.
So we'll keep you guys updated
win or lose,
on
be
that
proud.
Beef. But now to move on.
Yeah. Wait. Because I completely forgot to do this at the opening, and we still have some time on the camera. I keep forgetting to bring this up for months.
Apparently he's fucking had this for like 4 months.
Yeah, and each time we record, I keep forgetting, and I have the fridge right there. As you could probably see in the camera, I could just open the shit and just get the fucking drinks.
It's amazing to me that you forgot something that was right next to you for 4 months.
Listen, sometimes the fridge is here is too little, too small. Sometimes we just forget it's there. But like my partner bought these sodas for us to drink on the podcast. These Warhead sour sodas.
Oh fuck.
Right here.
And you know what's funny? So
I haven't had Warheads or anything sour in years.
Bro, so the last my only real except for trying the gummy candy.
Yeah.
The only time that back for those of you who back in the day you remember when you used to go up to the ice cream trucks and shit. Mm-hmm. One of the things first, I don't know why I fucking like this either. I don't know why I like this as a kid. But do you remember the fucking sour Warhead cups? Yeah. That they would give you, and it came with a little wooden spoon. Yeah. And you can eat it. I used to fucking get those all the time.
Yeah, no, those are I haven't had Warheads anything in at least a decade, at least a fucking decade, maybe even 13, like one of those teen years, I haven't had a fucking Warhead because I'm not a fucking child, because I'm not,
gummy candy fucking smash.
Gummy, I love gummy candy, but I'm fucking Warheads are fucking too much, but. She bought these for us to try them. I feel like it's a good time to fucking do this and talk about Miley Cyrus for some fucking reason. Which one would you want? The blue raspberry soda or the green apple soda? Because both of these look sour.
Let me get green apple.
Green apple? Alright. Alright, we're gonna...
So I guess we're trying Warhead
soda. Yeah, we're trying Warhead soda. Little quick intermission. If you need to take a piss and you don't want to pause the video, this is a really good time. Oh my god. I'm kind of scared to try this.
Alright, cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Ooh.
It's actually not that bad. Are we children? Oh,
wait, what?
I don't hate this. I don't think I could be able to drink this though.
Yeah.
After 2 sips, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. This is not I don't think this is something you would chug. But I mean, it's not.
I gotta look up videos now of someone chugging something like this.
That actually sounds kind of lit. Not gonna lie. But you know what? For what it is, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, So if you're fucking 9 years old, I guess, and you could tolerate shit like this.
Oh no, my nephew would fucking kill that shit.
Oh yeah, I know. If it was me at 12 years old, I would drink the fuck out of this, So it's just
I fucking hate the fact that Prime is a thing.
Yeah, no, it's we don't have to. That's all we could say about that. But shout out to my partner for getting these.
I don't give a fuck. I don't need a sponsorship. Fuck them.
Fuck. We hate Prime here. Fuck y'all. Raid Shadow Legends though. Hit us up.
No, fuck it. No, we've said this from a while back, and I still stand on this. Mm-hmm. We need that fucking Adam and Eve sponsorship.
The Adam and Eve. Give us a Squarespace one too. We need to make a website for all our shit.
Listen, well, I'll gladly slang some fucking dildos.
Some fucking. Why you gotta say I like it?
Well, I mean,
I gotta slang some fucking dildos.
That is a wild I'm just. I mean,
for Squarespace and a fucking Audible. He's like, well, we're pushing weight to fucking VPN network.
And make your make your audiobook a little bit more interesting. Go head over to Apple.
And the fucking.
No, I feel like we could do it. I feel like we could be good Adam and Eve spot.
Yeah, us. We'll play Adam and Eve, but we gotta find out which one of us is gonna play Eve.
You know what's fucking stupid as fuck? That just reminds me of a dumbass fucking clip from King of the Hill. It's when fucking the character Bill, he thinks he has he gets diagnosed with diabetes. Mm-hmm. And the doctor tells him that, if you keep this up, you might not be able to use your legs again. And so he fucking ends up getting a wheelchair for himself, even though he can still fucking
I know,
walk.
he's
and he beats this guy who is also in a wheelchair, but he plays a competitive handicap basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking funny because there's a scene where he runs into Hank for the first time, and fucking Hank, like, trying to be nice, he, like, fucking gets down on one knee and, like, tries to shake his hand. And the guy I forgot, and I'm pretty sure it was a, like, voice.
I remember this episode, but I forgot what that dude said.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was like because they like to do a lot of special guest features on that show.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it was like another famous person who did the voice of this character. I just can't remember who. But he fucking looks at Hank and he's like, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That shit. I
really gotta rewatch this fucking show. It's fucking funny, Adam and Steve.
The comedy in that shit is fucking top tier.
I really gotta rewatch that shit. When they killed the rare swan and shit, or like the rare bird, like he was like, "Oh my god, there's only 4 of them left." Three of them now.
Yeah, so when he talks to fucking Boomer, like, "Yeah, dang, right there in the cooler, man." He's like, "So none of you saw it." Fucking love that shit, dude. But
speaking of shit we love.
Okay, so
motherfucking last week
I'm not gonna lie, I was so hyped for this because for the whole way that this even happened,
it's because apparently I make fun of her a lot.
I forgot what, I think it might have been the fucking when
I don't mean to make fun of people, I promise.
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
You do it all the time.
But like I don't mean to. It's just like I think sometimes shit happens.
I want to say it was the episode where we talked about the Grammys. That's when you just randomly took a shot at Miley Cyrus. And so since that moment on, I was like,
I took a couple shots of Miley Cyrus.
I was like, this is gonna be fucking amazing. And so we have a little wheel thing that we like. I have on my phone that like basically determines the. What?
I took like a bigger.
You fucking idiot.
Golf than usual. Oh my god.
Does it get worse the more you think?
It doesn't get worse. It's just when you do a lot, you feel a lot more.
But
this is what this album makes me feel.
But
there's go ahead. We're so messy right now.
So I fucking ever since I heard you take those shots, I like this would be fucking hilarious. And the thing is,
it was a secret too.
Yeah, it was a secret. I put it
hid
on
this from me.
I put it on the wheel, and I never told you because I wanted to get your genuine reaction.
Because you hide things.
To when it
friend.
To when it actually landed on it. And last week, I'm not gonna lie, the end of last episode was probably my fucking favorite because just the like your reaction, you look so defeated.
I know. I'm just like, this is what my life has come to.
But you know what's fucking messed up? I realized because you know how like I stood up and I celebrated and everything.
Yeah.
I realized like shortly after that I had to listen to
it. Yeah. You fucking. This is what you get. And we listened to the deluxe version, and that's an hour long. And
real quick, but wait, real quick. So I just want to give some mini context. So this album came out in 2013.
Yes.
So this was around the time where
12 years ago,
where Miley Cyrus was like, I think this was around.
She was just transitioning out of that.
She was coming out of that Disney era of her career, and there was a lot of controversy going around because she was already even when she was still in Disney, she was still out here doing stuff that I guess technically didn't align with their terms.
Yeah.
So this was the kind of the breakout project for her because Wrecking Ball was a massive hit.
Yeah, and We Can't Stop was fucking huge too. A lot of people fuck with that heavy as well.
This is Miley's weird, and we'll get into it as we go through the album. But
this was her major transition into that pop era.
This album was really fucking randomly heavily hip hop inspired
and pop. It's super 2013 pop and techno
and the amount
and
of
dubstep too in these fucking songs.
Oh, that dubstep track was fucking
and you know who most of this is produced by?
Blackpink made it.
No, and Pharrell produced most of these tracks too.
Oh, Pharrell should have been a ghost producer.
I know. But problem is some of these tracks sound good because he has a certain style, sound good kind of.
Pharrell's gonna be like, "Hey, that wasn't me. That's Pharrell."
That's stupid as fuck. That's because when you fucking. It's crazy. It's crazy that he fucking actually
You know what though? Okay, so before we actually get into it,
give some context because I'm reading.
Yeah, so initial thought, and two, this is funny. This is around the for those of you who are around at that time, this was like when she fucking did that whole thing. I think it was at the VMAs where she fucking twerked on Robin Thicke.
Yeah, that was one of the worst things I still have ever seen in my entire life. It's just like
people are so fucked up, dude. I remember
those images haunt my brain forever.
Fucking, they were posting raw fucking chicken breast.
Yeah, that the. It was like this, just like everyone's was like, this is the flattest twerk I've ever seen in my entire life, and the fact is on Robin Thicke too. I'm just like, I hate the state of life right now. And this shit, like, how did God?
How did God hit and disappear?
How did? Oh, to be fair, he was like hot in the 2000s. He was like on a lot of hip hop shit, but like, yeah, no, I'm not a big Robin Thicke guy.
Did he like get busted for some shit?
Yeah, I'm not. We don't need to touch on that. But point is, he probably did.
Because I remember something like that.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, we.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Look
into that yourself, fellas.
But gals. But anyways, so that's kind of like this was like the time frame in which this album came out.
Yeah.
And so, but I will say, okay, so first, and before we like go through some more like the tracks that stood out or whatever, what was your initial reaction to the album?
After the first listen through, I was like, but like that's not for the albums we've been listening to. That's actually pretty good because honestly, there's some tracks that I fucking hate on this shit. Yep. There are like at least 3 to 4 tracks I want to say that I actually really fucking like enjoy, and that shocked me. But like I think the Snoop Lion one we listened to, I think has just a better production to put in the background, so it makes it more palatable. And since we were like teenagers in 2013 when all this pop EDM shit really like took the fuck over, it's like a nostalgic sound to me now. Like it takes me back, you know what I mean? It takes me back to like that era. It's just cringy as fuck, and it's kind of bad.
You know what I still
but can't. It does take me back, and for me that's more palatable.
You know what I hate that was a thing back then?
It makes it more palatable.
Not like in 2013, I think even earlier than that. But I can't believe we had a whole fucking phase where like that fucking Everyday I'm Shuffling song was a thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, LMFAO. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, bangers, classics. What do you mean? But classics. What?
I mean, I don't look back so fondly on those tracks now.
They did have other songs that were like really fucking like bad. But like that's what makes it like better for me. That being said, a lot of these songs are fucking bad.
Yeah.
My favorite song though was the first track off the deluxe one, which is fucking to the point where I replayed it 3 times because in the first listen because I really liked it. Is Rooting for My Baby. I think it's an actual good mix of like acoustic like instruments and also like the poppy technical EDM shit that was latent in the album, but it's like more stripped back and it's like it's more chill, and like Miley actually does give like a really good performance in that track. Like that's an actual track I actually might put on my fucking like list, so
I think
that track is really good. Like, and that track alone makes it like the second place of like the albums we listen to, because I'm not going to listen to MGK one, I'm not going to listen to anything off that, I'm not listening to anything off Chance despite it having a couple good songs, I'm not listening anything off the fucking Green Day album, and the Snoop Lion one I could just put in the background whatever the fuck, and this might be a similar situation too.
So I think for me, when I first heard it, it started out great. Like, actually, really, I thought the Adore You was a good opener.
Really decent.
And then of course I knew about We Can't Stop.
And that was everywhere, man. That was so everywhere.
And you know what's fucking wait? You know what's crazy?
Now, that music video is insane too.
I can't confirm this because I didn't have time to look it up. But you know what's wild? I actually think I might know who has writing credits on that song. Because I don't know if you listen to that song like right before like Miley starts her first verse, you hear a producer tag coming that it's like right about now. And that's a producer tag that's used by these artists that I'm actually aware of because in 2015 they released what was one of my favorite albums of that year. They're a group that's known as Rock City.
Yeah.
And they're more. I think they're known more as like writers now, but like they also did release like some of their own music, which I actually thought was really fucking good. But that's like their tag, so I'm pretty sure that they had something to do with that song.
Yeah, I'm looking at the credits now. They do.
Yeah.
And Michael, the fact that Michael made it and Pharrell is like fucking are the producers producing this entire album basically, like most of the tracks is pretty crazy. Like what a producer team to have to make this fucking album. But
yeah, like
even good producers can't like help you make an album when your album, is kind of shit. Like We Can't Stop, I think is annoying, but I will say it is, it does stick in your ear whether you fucking like it or not. It does do that. But then you get a really bad track, SMS.
When I got to that third track,
featuring Queen Britney Spears, who's terrible on this track. And this beat fucking, I will respect Michael made it because he's made some banger beats too. But like, I don't like this beat at all, and I think Miley fucking sucks on it. Is that what you feel too?
I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but I actually think that if I had, it's a terrible song in general. But if I had to judge it, I actually low-key think Britney sounded better than Miley.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she really, because Britney's queen. You can't. But then it goes to a track that actually reminds me. Oh my god, you gotta fucking hate. It reminds me of I don't know why. It reminds me of like Hold Down, Throw Down from the Hannah Montana movie, and I have like a guilty pleasure attachment to that song. So like, and I think Pharrell did a really good job producing that track. Also,
it's the one with Nelly.
Yeah, and I actually think Nelly gave the best verse on this fucking entire album.
Nelly's such a fucking random feature.
I know, it's like, he did give a really good feature on it. It's easily the best rap verse.
Because mind you, so I've never heard, like, outside of Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop, I've never listened to this album, so I don't know who the fuck is on it or anything. So going from fucking hearing Britney Spears to Nelly, fucking Nelly was wild.
Honestly, queen shit. That's some like fucking really like what connections. Yeah, but I do like that song. I think it's very catchy. I think it's very danceable. I think but if you're like into like a concert or like that song plays, fuck copyright. No, just kidding.
I accidentally pressed off.
No, it's all good. But like I like that song a lot.
But fucking so now moving on, this is a track that I enjoyed that you didn't.
No, I did not. I did not like this.
Actually fucked with the feature.
The feature or the future feature? Future feature, okay.
And then we have Wrecking Ball, which of course everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah, I still find it annoying. But like she knows how to make the poppy catchiness. I'll say that. But I still don't like it though. Love Money Party, I think is fucking awful. Speaking of, sorry Big Sean, I upped you earlier, but like this shit was fucking terrible. Really, this is, get that bag, but goddamn.
Wait, wasn't this also around the ass
Yeah,
era?
It was the ass era, so like of course it's bad. It's the fuck. So yeah, I think that track is fucking which one's the one with the going bananas going like an orangutan or some shit like that? Wait, what song was that one?
Wait. Oh my god, I think we might have skipped it. But which song was the one where she literally had the part where she's like, I'm driving so fast I might piss my pants or some shit? Bro, when I fucking heard that, I was like, what the fuck?
I forgot to take note of that too.
Yeah, I think it might have been on that fucking Nelly track.
This shit, I didn't notice because I was fucking grooving to the beat. Bro, but like, if she said that might be a deal breaker.
When I heard that, I was like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, and then like hashtag Get It Right is actually written and produced by like the lyrics and the song is produced by Pharrell Williams, which it does sound like a nerd track to an extent. Like it does, like you could tell Pharrell produced some of these tracks. Like he has that like such like a unique sound to him, and like he's very talented. But I don't think he made. I didn't like hashtag Get It Right. I did not like that. Drive.
I actually think that's one that I fucked with.
Yeah, same. Like I'm looking back at it now, and I'm like, this is yeah, that was like decent. That was decent. FU featuring like including like with 6 words.
It should have been a fucking sprinkle of fucking this motherfucker. And I fucking hate
he was not. He was there for like 5 seconds and then left.
I fucking hate the way he sounded on this shit. Like he came in, said a couple words, but the way that he would end it, he was like, huh, like, that fucking, like, I don't know why he made like that weird ass fucking sound, like
the fucking Kendrick, like Silent Hill fucking ad lib. Like he was ahead of its time. And then Do My Thing, which I fucking thought was fucking awful. Co-produced by will.i.am, sadly, and you could tell it's like you could feel that 2011 Black Eyed Peas sound in that song is fucking. And then Maybe You're Right, which I think is a good song. I think it's just too long. I think it's just like too long of a song. If it was like a minute shorter, like 2.5 minutes, I thought it would be like a really
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like looking at the rest of the track list. I don't remember the rest of it.
Nice. Someone else is like a very ending. I didn't think it really like stood out. But then like the deluxe. Like I like track 15 and 16 On My Own and Hands in the Air. I thought they were like meh. I didn't think they were like that bad. Yeah. Hands in the Air was a little, with the Ludacris. Oh my god, the Ludacris feature. Oh my god. But like Rooting for My Baby, I think was such like a real fucking good, a real good fucking track that like honestly is kind of amazing to me. So I like. The fact that it's like this track is like in this album is pretty crazy to me because I could like play that song. If there's more like fucking Miley Cyrus songs like that, I would like go and hit me up. I'll go out and I'll also go search for them. So I really like that track. Shout out to Pharrell who also wrote the lyrics and produced it with Miley Cyrus. Yeah, but best track, Rooting for My Baby, easily. But the song is kind of the album itself is like. Ugh.
But meh. So I guess
it's not that bad like compared to the other shit we listen to.
Yeah, so I guess that's the last thing that we can do. How would you where would you put it in like the albums that we've heard so far?
Yeah, it'll just be that's crazy to say, but it'll be right under a Snoop Lions album, and then it will be Miley Cyrus made a better album than Green Day, Chance the Rapper, and MGK.
Honestly, I think I would have to agree.
That's
with
crazy.
Your order.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm glad we listened to it though. Yeah. Shout out to Miley. It wasn't that like it took me back to a darker place, but it took me back.
That made it sound horrible. You're like, this fucking album took me back to when I was fucking depressed.
But like Rooting for My Baby is really fucking good. I'm glad Big Sean's a good rapper now. But we'll end it there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it for this episode.
What a random.
Yeah. Well, we literally. It's funny how we go from talking about like the most hip hop shit to like the least hip hop shit.
Yeah, and then you come out with the out of butt fucking nowhere depressing shit. But my recommendation, speaking of depressing shit, fucking New Order, Power, Corruption, Lies. Goth, former Joy Division, now then turned into New Order band. An album, classic goth album that is on repeat constantly right now. And it's fucking perfect. It's a perfect aesthetics album, and I love all of the songs in there. So New Order, Power, Corruption, Lies.
All right, so my recommendation is actually going to be from Anderson .Paak's 2016 album Malibu, and it's the track Room in Here featuring The Game. I just really fuck with that track. I really like it. I like what Anderson .Paak does on it, and I really like The Game's verse. So that's going to be my recommendation. It is Room in Here, and that's off the 2016 album by Anderson .Paak. But that's going to be our recommendations. And we will see you guys in the next episode, and we hope you enjoyed. And make sure you subscribe and follow us on all of our socials, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace. We might be seeing 2 different movies that are will be fucking fire.
So much.
We'll be probably we're probably gonna see that cornfield clown movie, which I heard really. Wait, what's it called? What's it? Well, it's not the title, but like, doesn't have to do with cornfields and clowns. Okay, all right.
Cornfield clown movie.
Yeah, we're gonna see that since like it's been on our radar.
Don't tell them.
Okay.
I want to see their fucking reaction.
Oh my god. I'm really excited for that one.
The only thing I will tell you is that Mike's really excited about it for some fucking reason, and I'm not.
The more bad reviews it gets, the more excited I am. So we'll leave that there. Y'all have a really good one.
All right.
Peace. Time to wipe my asshole.